on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to make a video basically on behalf of Arizona residents, the people who are new here. And they really want me to tell you guys who are coming from California, I guess they have a special message they really want to drill home, and we're going to go over all that in this video. Before we do that, I just want to say Arizona is a welcoming state for the most part. There are some people who say we're full, don't come here, but for the most part, those people are basically saying if you're going to come here, don't try to change the locals. You can follow them, okay? And so if you're thinking about moving here, you can join this group, Living in Arizona. It's on Facebook. We also have a page, but this group is a community where you guys can ask questions. As you can see, Bruce Hogue, he just asked a question. He wants to know, for those of you who live in Phoenix Valley, which company is the best for cell phone and or internet. So people are commenting in here. I even commented, I said Verizon, but Verizon, I also use Cox. So I use just Verizon for my cell phone, but I use Cox for internet. Anyway, let's go ahead and address this subject because I've been getting a lot of messages from people who want to have me share this information with you. I've got a lot of messages, mostly on this one here. So many Californians moving to Arizona, and a lot of locals came in and said, hey, if they're going to move here, they need to not turn Arizona into the place they're leaving. So it's like, if you guys ruin California and you want to get the hell out, don't come to Arizona and then turn this place upside down like you did your state, because they don't want that, especially the Arizona locals. And this is just kind of on par with saying, hey, if I'm going to a new place, I'm going to respect the people that are there, and I'm going to just try to fit in as seamlessly as possible. I've lived in Arizona my first 20 years of life. I obviously went to the Navy. I was stationed in California, so I know California, and I also know Hawaii. But I'm back here in Arizona now that I'm no longer in the service. So yeah, it's just California is unique, and it's got some beauty and it's got some problems. And people in Arizona don't want those California problems over here. And most of it's going to come down to the fact they're concerned that Arizona is going to go from a conservative state to a more liberal blue state, and they're concerned about that. And they're saying, so here's some of the comments that people have said that they really want me to drill home with you guys. Number one was, I live here in California. Here's one coming from someone from California. I live here in California. This is from Veg the Man. I live here in California and feel the state is being destroyed by Democrats. Super expensive. Expensive house. Expensive rent. Expensive tax. Expensive gas. Etc. Etc. I make teacher's wage and I can barely afford a one-bedroom apartment. Rent went up $220 and a 60-day notice. Arizona seems like a nice place to make a new start. Here's someone, Evan Karana. He's saying they should build a wall to keep the Californians out. So you're seeing some things. I saw a report saying about 55% of Cali residents under 35 want to move or are planning to move, in the process of moving. Crazy politics, high taxes, high home prices. Cali is going downhill. I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube where people are saying that they think California is going to hell in a handbasket. They're saying that people in California are really struggling, and people in Arizona are catching wind of this, and they're seeing that their neighbors are coming from California with license plates from California, and they're saying, whoa, what's going on here? Don't do what you did there and bring it here. And so this is a conversation that takes place, and I'm telling you, whether your neighbor's saying it or not, if they're from Arizona, they're thinking it. And I'm telling you that my advice to you, if you're coming from California or another state, is kind of consider, maybe have a conversation with them to see where they stand. But I'm not trying to force politics on you, but there's a lot of Arizona people that don't want this state to turn into a liberal, I mean, I have liberal views on some things. I'm liberal on finance, right? I like Bitcoin. I mean, what does liberal mean anyway? It just means that you're interested in something new, that you're looking forward. To be conservative on finance would say, keep the dollar the dollar. Well, I mean, in this case, I'm liberal on finance. I like Bitcoin, right? I'm wearing my shirt. So I'm not completely conservative, or the state's not completely conservative, but on certain policies like guns, this is another one that Arizonans wanted me to drill home with you, the audience here. Here's one. This is coming from Freedom for All. Lil Jeff, I have been a desert rat since I was 5. I used to build houses. Tough job. My big thing is we only want freedom-minded people moving here. Still the most gun-friendly state, and we need to keep it that way. So Freedom for All is saying, like, keep the freedom for the gun advocates. This is actually come up. This is a comment that's come up quite a few times for Arizona. Is they're saying don't try to grab their guns. Don't, you know, what do they say? Guns don't kill people. Crazy people with guns kill people. So, you know, and I think most people would agree with that, right? So here we go. All I ask if you moved here from California is please drive respectfully. So I think that it's possible if you're from California right now watching this video, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, I don't know if I really want to move here right now because it seems like people don't really want us. Well, it's that they want you to assimilate to their land, the place they live, not you try to bring your old stuff over from California and try and change them. And I think that's a pretty fair request, I think, for the most part. Here's one from someone who left California. If you're in New York and you're watching this, you're like, geez, California, what did they do to the rest of the world, right? I mean, but, you know, I left California in 1986. I got out of the service in 1984 and couldn't get a job. About 2 months later, I got a job as security. Soon after that, my wife left and I lived in a van due to child support. I lived on a total of $14 an hour. To me, being infantry and California population terrified me of my MOS. I moved to one of the flyover states. I said all of this to say I've known people that are left-leaning and have brought their ways to the state they moved to and destroyed that state also. Just remember, the great state of Arizona believes in the Constitution, and a lot of people carry concealed legally. This is why people are so nice. A armed society is a polite society. This is coming from Lee Gregor. I mean, he didn't attack anyone. He didn't do any name calling. He just shared his honest opinion in a very polite way, and he said that's what they want here. If you're into something that's left-leaning, I mean, what are some left-leaning subjects? I suppose gun rights, abortion, LGBTQ. What are some other things that are really important to them? Feminism. And we're not saying that you can't hold those views, but don't come over here and start trying to railroad that down people's throats, because that's going to upset locals, I think, pretty consistently based on the feedback that I'm getting from the audience here about people who live here. So here's one from Force Master Nike. He's saying you should do a video on best hotels in the Valley. Okay, so from San Diego native, I'm actually moving to Prescott from Boston because it's too expensive both coast. You can't blame people for wanting to be able to put a roof over their head of their kids and food on the table. San Diego, you can't find a house under $300K. I'd pay $1,000 more a month for a 2-bedroom apartment if I went back to San Diego. I'm a conservative Christian conservative Christian, and so I'm escaping their politics too. So far from Ruby's Proverbs 31:10 says that she's moving here, and let's see what some of the responses are from Arizona natives. Okay, it looks like people were just hitting on her. Okay. Yeah, so yes, most of my real estate clients are from California. This is coming from Kimbojan Branyan, who's saying he's a real estate agent. Arizona is a conservative state. No wonder there's so much gun crimes in Maricopa County lately. Okay, so Susan said that. I moved from LA to AZ. Conservatives have no voice in Cali, and the middle class is fed up voting with their feet. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of comments about that and some things that you need to know before you move to Arizona. Learn the gun safety rules. So this is coming from AZ Big Media. And also, one thing that I would say as an Arizona local that, that would be something that I would share with you here recently is stay hydrated for real. Like if you go out drinking, and when you're drinking, I know some of you guys are some OG alcohol connoisseurs, but really you got to stay hydrated out here. It's so dry. I mean, even in the morning, like this is one of those places when you wake up in the morning, drink a tall glass of water. Some people even drink 2 tall glasses of water. I just don't have enough belly to take down 2 tall glasses of water in the morning. Like when I just wake up, I mean, I'm breaking fast, you know, break fast, right? Breakfast with water. Maybe I should. Also, some of the things you can do to stay hydrated besides drinking water is also like put fruit or eat fruit because fruit has I think electrolytes and some sort of stuff in there that also makes it to where it's easier to stay hydrated without just having to slam tons of water. So one of the things I've been eating lately is peaches because Schneff Farms did the peach thing. So I just went out there and picked a bunch of peaches, which I'm gonna make a video for. That reminds me, I actually got some video of that. And then yeah, so stay hydrated for real because if you're getting headaches and you're getting lower back pain, I realized that the first thing is because I drink coffee, so like it's a diuretic. I'm already getting dehydrated from that. And I also drink Red Bulls from time to time. You'll want a nice camera or canvas. So they're saying, you know, it's a beautiful state. We get nice sunsets. I mean, people are always taking pictures of sunsets out here because even sunrises, you'll wake up in the morning and the sky is blue, pink, purple, whatever you want to call it, orange. And then, you know, it's just like, wow, what an amazing sunrise. And then the evening, so they're saying, bring a camera for that. They're also saying it does snow out here. Just some things to think about when you're moving here. But I really encourage you guys to join that Facebook group. If you want to know where to get the link for that, let me see if I can get you the link for that. You can also subscribe to this channel, but let me see if I can put the link real easy in there. So if you go right here into the comments, so those people want to move out of Phoenix, Arizona for that. Let's see here, where? So we've also got an Instagram. Also, if you guys are looking to buy a house, you can. My brother is a real estate agent, and he said that you guys can contact him. He's just got to check into how that works with the marketing and stuff. But I've actually started putting a link in here, right? So you just hit where it says show more, and you go right here and you hit the link. You can also follow us on Instagram. Like I said, I was just talking to Castle Hot Springs, the resort that just opened up by Lake Pleasant, about featuring them. And so, yeah. Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing to this channel. And I'll try to get that video of Schneff Farms you pick, where you go out there and pick the veggies and fruits. You guys saw the video on my channel about me showing you all the food that grows out here. So if I got cucumbers, I should probably just go back there and eat a couple cucumbers. Grow food in Arizona. That's the video. You can watch that also. And that shows you all the foods that grow out here. And we'll see you guys next time.